Welcome back to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today we're going to be working on a furnace, but before we get to that, really appreciate it. There's a post office box down in the description of this video. Send us a postcard, drop us a note. We'll read them on the next live stream. And excited to say we finally got stickers. That's a 4-inch round sticker. They're $5 for one or 3 for 10. You can go to the PayPal or the Patreon link in this show notes and give us the money. That includes shipping in North America. That's Canada and the US. So $5 for one, 3 for 10. So after you go pay for them, the Hillbilly Gmail address is down there. Drop your name and your address and we'll put them in the mail to you. So yeah, we're going to get started on this furnace here. I was here a couple weeks ago and looked at this furnace and diagnosed it, and I think you'll be amazed when you see what's in here. So let me go grab some tools and we're going to get started. Here's a little hint as to what we're going to find in here, or what we need to replace. All right, let me get this door off here real quick. I love when they put an access door on these furnaces. I think they all should have those. But then nobody really asks me my opinion when they build these things, so. But they should, I think. All right, got the door off. Now we need to get this cover off this blower wheel. Get that off, get it out of the way. So there's about, I don't know, probably a dozen screws or so in this. And you really want to try to avoid dropping any of these. Because, yeah, they give you an access door to get in here, but if you drop a screw down in there somewhere, you're gonna have a hard time getting it. So we're really going to try not to drop any screws. No, you know what? We don't have to take them down. They're off anyway. Hang on. We do have to take these out of this triangle off. Man, I just got all happy taking screws out, didn't I? I was taking stuff off, didn't need to take off. So I can put these back down here. It's just practice, right? Practice taking the screws out and putting them back in. Hey, practice makes perfect, right? A lot less chance of dropping these ones up here too. I say that, I'll probably drop every one of them. I hope not. Yeah, get this little triangle brace thingy off of here. And I know you can't see what I'm talking about, but trust me, if you are working on your Suburban furnace, this one here, it happens to be an SF42Q, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This little triangle brace thingy. Well, does not want to cooperate. I'd say that screw hole was stripped out. There's that triangle brace. Goes in there between the, I guess between the two blowers. You got a combustion blower wheel down here, and then your room combustion wheel up here, or your room blower wheel up here. There's a screw right here on the side that we have to get out. It's actually the service screw. You're not supposed to remove that screw unless you're performing service on the furnace, which we are, but not that kind of service. That's what it pays to have a magnetic screwdriver too. A total of 4 actually holds this cover over this blower wheel. Squirrel cage fan, if you will. And you get that, unhook the board from it. Control board. So we can get this cover out of here. I can show you what we're doing. Unclip our igniter wire. Kind of oh, I think I'm gonna have to well, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna have to do here. Of course, they never give you any extra wire. 'Cause I mean, why should they give you extra wire, right? That would take all the fun out of working on stuff. If you could actually get to it. Right? Yeah, that's no good. Can't have that. Tell you, might have a little bit more room if I cut a zip tie off there. Cut that zip tie off, these wires might get just a smidge longer. Oh yeah. There's, watch. There's part of the blower wheel. There's part of the blower wheel. Starting to see a theme here. Let me get that Allen bolt loose. We'll get, because this side's almost intact. Ooh, might be metric. I love when they do that. Let me check the new one here. Oh, sweet, must be metric. Make sure you notice when you're changing this blower wheel, which way it goes on. Because if you got it on upside down, it would be sucking through the vents and putting all your heat out here. So make sure you know which way it goes on there. And it is metric. That's awesome. I love it when they do that. So now we slip. Oh, you know what? We are going to have to take the rest of them screws out. Because we're gonna have to do that so we can take that motor loose so that we can get the new blower wheel on. Usually, when we find a blower wheel exploded like this, a lot of times you'll find some mouse parts in here. I think a mouse will get in there. Here's some fuzz, but that ain't mouse fuzz. I think sometimes a mouse will be in there and the furnace starts and it just disintegrates. It's just a little plastic wheel, pretty brittle. You can see there's bits and pieces of that blower wheel all over the place. I was concerned that it might have tore up the cell switch too, so I got a new cell switch. Cell switch is really cheap, so yeah, we're going to change it too, just in case. So yeah, those screws down here that I took out and then put back, I get to take them back out again. Hey, the only way to do something better is do it twice, right? Yeah, because there's no way in the world we're going to get that blower wheel on there don't think. Oh, you know what? It's pretty dang close. Nah. I don't want to break that blower wheel because I had to order that thing. We'll just take them screws back out down here and loosen that motor up. May not have to take them all out though. We'll start up here because this actually just clamps that motor in place. Some of this plastic case does, so we might be able to just take a couple screws out here and maybe loosen a couple more, and that may give us enough play to be able to change this thing. And we'll just loosen these three down here. Like I say, it almost went on there. Let's see. Oh yeah, I bet that'll work. Make sure we're putting it on the right direction. Because this we don't want to do twice. And that is so close to going on there. Aha! Ta-da! Success. All right. So we can go ahead and tighten our blower wheel up. That way we can just start going back. You'll see, you kind of got to center the blower wheel in its little cavity there. Snug it up real good. We can lift these wires up a little bit where they're not rubbing. Spin that thing, make sure it ain't rubbing anywhere. We should be good to go. So let me go get a number one. Let me see, maybe I won't need it. Let me see. Sometimes you got to use a number one Phillips on these little screws. Number two will do it. And sometimes you can get away with a number two. So let me go get my new cell switch. Yeah, I mean, this cell switch is $8. So, you know, why wouldn't you change it while you're in here? Because I have replaced a ton of cell switches in my career. So there's something that goes bad pretty often. Did the mouse damage this one, or did the blower wheel damage it? Maybe a little bit. It tweaked the arm. See how nice and straight that one is, and that one on there is tweaked a little bit. Would that hurt anything? Probably not, but we're gonna change it. These people are a pretty good haul up here from Beckley, so I just think it's probably a good idea to change it while we're here. Just heard a turkey gobble down. Ooh, here it went again. Turkeys they gobbled twice. Yeah, these people have a beautiful farm here. I imagine they have all kinds of wildlife in here. Just go ahead and mount this new switch, or at least start the screws in here in this cover. We'll get our wires back on. And I don't know if it matters, but I've just always put these wires back on in the same place they come off. This one here, the black one was on top, and the red one was on the bottom. Like I say, it probably does not matter, but I've just always put them back in the same orientation. No, I don't have OCD, but I like for things to be right. Now, let's see if we can get this cover back up here. Oh man, going back a whole lot easier to come out. A whole lot easier. So get our screws back in that. When we get down there, that little triangle brace, we don't want to forget that. All right. Just carrying on here, putting screws back. And yes, I'm using a manual screwdriver. This is very brittle plastic. You don't want to take a chance on over torquing it and breaking something. Alright, time to put our triangle brace back. Put it in the right orientation. As soon as that turkey gobbled, I've been hearing dogs bark down there ever since. Think that's a coincidence? Yeah, me either. Me either. Alright, that's all them screws. That one was stripped out. It's in the hole. It'll do something even if it is stripped out. It'll hold a little bit. Get this service screw back in here. I call it that because it says there's a little yellow tag right there. It says don't remove that screw unless you're servicing the furnace. So it's called a service screw, right? Seems right to me. Got the two screws hold our control board in place. So that one, and this one. Snap our igniter wire back in there, little thingies, and I probably will not bother putting a zip tie back on there. I don't think it needs it. Spin our blower wheel. Okay, y'all hang out here a minute. I'm gonna go fire it up. Houston, we have ignition. So let me go cut it off because the people don't need any more heat in there today. There's changing your room blower wheel on a Suburban SF furnace. Pretty easy. Dog wants me to throw a stick. I'm not going to throw a stick. Yeah, that's not a bad job. And so I'm going to go up the road and fix another one. And y'all have a fantastic day.